Lotus reveals yet another version of the Exige. This time it's black, quite literally. Is it all show and no go? Well, that's for later. Also, Vermont confirms production of their nutty Veritas RS III Roadster capable of 215 miles per hour without a windshield. Bob Lutz accepts the challenge of Jalopnik to race a CTS-V versus a Jaguar XFR. And the ball isn't the only thing dropping on New Year's Eve. What's the other? Well, his name is Traivs Pastrana. All that with FLDetours bringing up the rear with the new BMW Z4 and Leo the Suit. What up, everybody? I'm Derek D. Checking out Fast Lane Daily Tuesday.
Fast Lane Daily with Derek D. Always fresh every day.
If you've ever wanted a stealth bomber but couldn't afford the low $900 million price tag, Lotus has a solution for you. It's called the Exige Scura. Scura being the Italian word for dark. Interesting combination there on a British car. Anyway, the Scura is a matte black version of the Exige, powered by a 1.8-liter 260 horsepower engine. Some body changes include carbon fiber front splitters, side air scoops, and rear spoiler. Only 35 of these Dark Knights will be sold globally, and sales in the US are unknown at the moment. We'll wait until the Tokyo Motor Show to see the Scura in the flesh, along with another stealthy release dubbed the Exige Bianco DeAngelis. Okay, not really, but that would be pretty awesome. Lotus White DeAngelis. Okay. But when driving with that roof bores you, we've got something right up your alley. It's the Veritas RS III Roadster, or catfish face as I like to call it. It's largely built out of carbon fiber, and the Roadster weighs in just under 2,400 pounds. The lightweight Roadster is powered by a BMW 5-liter V10, putting down 507 horsepower. With that in mind, Vermont has said that drivers will be able to enjoy the race car experience. Yeah, no kidding. 0 to 60 comes in 3.2 seconds, and a top speed of more than 215 miles per hour is possible. Worried about this car becoming popular? Well, don't be. Only 30 examples will be produced. In other news, it was just reported 30 people lost their heads because of the angry cat face car right here. Yeah. And now on to Bob Lutz. Well, not on to Bob, but well, you know what I mean. Earlier this month, we reported that Bob Lutz put out a challenge to the world for anyone to find a better stock production sports sedan than the Cadillac CTS-V. Well, that challenge has blown up. Lutz and GM have received over 120 challenge requests for the upcoming track day at Monticello Motor Club in New York later this month. At the top of the list is our good friend Wes Seiler from Jalopnik.com. He's got a Jaguar XFR that's ready to pounce on the CTS-V. Lutz, a former pilot and amateur race car driver, will be manning up against Wes as the main competition for the track day. Lutz still claims the CTS-V is the best sports sedan ever made. Let's see if Wes makes the marketing genius eat his words. It'll be a close match. Good luck, Wes. Although my money's on Lutz. Wow, CTS-V. Crazy. And another crazy town news, we've got Traivs Pastrana. I mean, what does this guy not do? He's either on a dirt bike, in a rally car, jumping something, on a kid's big wheel doing a backflip. Pretty badass though, right? Yeah. Well, the dude lives for adrenaline rushes. Well, now Pastrana is stepping up his game, and once again, it's going to be live in LA this New Year's Eve. He's going for a new world record, and that record will involve a Red Bull-sponsored Subaru rally car and a 250-foot jump from Long Beach's Pine Street Pier onto an anchored barge in the harbor. If the jump is successful, he'll nab the record from his buddy Ken Block, who set the current record at 171 feet in 2006. Pastrana basically said he wants the car to be safe, but also as close to stock as possible without any high-tech ramp or car. Just a full-on old-school stunt, he said. Well, good luck, Travis. Why don't you just do the jump in a Kia Sophia? Now that would take some gigantic balls. Although, you're nuts anyway, so good luck to you, brother. All right? Next up, Shakedown's Leo Parente reviews the new BMW Z4 in FLDetours. All right, that kind of rhymed, and it's after this.
When I think of BMW, I think of BMW racing, the M1, sports cars. When I think of sports cars, I think of fast driving down the country road. When BMW thinks of sports cars, they think of this. Makes me think of the paint department at Home Depot or Jackson Pollock drunk at the wheel. Thank God when I drive the BMW Z4, I think about so much more. My wife had a 98 Z3, 6-cylinder, the wide fender, handled really well. It had this kind of front-planted, tail-happy, traditional classic sports car handling. It was a fun car to toss around. Wasn't perfect, but you felt you were driving a great car. Coming into this car, the second generation car, second generation Z4, my fear was that this car would become a little bit of a poser car. I'm sitting in an interior that clearly is very, very, very well designed, styled. It oozes of luxury more than the price point of this car, which is a $50,000 to $60,000 car. But I'm telling you, this is a step in toward $100,000 comparables and light years away from $50,000 Corvette interiors. I'm going to trust all you car people to go to the internet and check the specs. What we're going to do is spend a lot of time talking about how this car feels and drives. This is the smaller, normally aspirated 3-liter motor. There's I think a 255 horsepower, but what I do know is a twin turbo thing in the 3.5 car that probably is more desirable. I'm not a big horsepower guy. To me, it's all about balance and the ability of this car to handle. We're going to talk about the M suspension that has various settings from Sport Plus, because it's got the Steptronic automatic transmission, to normal, which is supposed to be your let's go pick up the laundry mode. So we start to warm things up and you feel that the steering input is really good. This car transitions. Why am I using the signal to turn in an open field? And we're going to start getting some speed here. And first thing we're going to do is come down here and go for the brakes. And this car, very positive. You can feel the weight transfer. There's no nosedive. And it's good. And the big thing about braking is not so much applying the brakes, it's coming off the brake and keeping the car balanced. And what happens to the car when you do that? And on this car, brakes in, turn in, lift off. The nose doesn't come up, the car doesn't bounce. It's just very good on braking, very solid, very secure, you know where you're going. Before we got in this Z4, I started to wonder what BMW was thinking. I feared it was going to be the female poser, let's go to the club, it's all about style, not about driving. Some type of Heather, if you will. Driving with it, this is for anyone who wants to make a statement and anyone who appreciates really driving the car. There are probably other two-seaters, other style cars to be seen in, but this is a car to participate and drive. And that's typical BMW. So while I love slamming them for too many crossovers and SUVs, they really haven't lost the essence of the ultimate driving machine. And this two-seater, despite the fact there's no actual M edition, is an extension of everything M and ultimate driving represents. So this is Leo in the 2010 BMW Z4. Okay, we like this car. We like this car a lot.
Oh, I get it, Leo. The whole, Jackson Pollock behind the wheel, artsy BMW. Okay, all right, I see. I like it. All right. Well, that about does it for Fastlane Daily today. I'm Derek D. Remember, Facebook.com/FastLaneDaily. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube and Twitter.com/Fast.